Happy Hump Day, Sunseekers. Over the hump we go. Welcome to your Wednesday. Coming up on the show today, the latest involving the Manitoba bus rollover from yesterday. Oh, some scary moments for some kids on their way to school. Everybody is okay. There was some injuries, though, and some very dramatic pictures from north of Swan River yesterday. Some breaking news this morning. Kiefer Sutherland has been arrested for assault. Of course, he's got a local connection here in Brandon, and we'll discuss that and what exactly happened with Kiefer. And the big story of the morning, this is huge. We're going to spend some time on this one. War has broken out. And not the nasty kind of war. This is actually a kind of war that you're going to like. It's a price war. More specifically, a fast food war. American chain McDonald's has fired the first shot, and it is nuclear. They dropped a bomb yesterday on the fast food business, and the ripples, the waves are being felt across the food industry. In fact, experts are saying that this move by McDonald's could be so huge, it could actually affect the supply chain for food. And I am not the expert. The food professor, actually, who is coming to Ag Days in next week, is going to be here in Brandon, not specifically to talk about that, but we get his take on the whole thing. And while he's excited that prices are coming down, he is concerned about the supply chain ramifications. I don't even know what that means. I guess I can just imagine the clown buying up all the food to sell cheap to us. What are they doing, and how are others reacting? We've got all the details coming up on the show today. But at the end of the day, exciting news in fast food for consumers because prices are about to drop through the floor. Also, we'll take a look at the world's most powerful passports for 2026. If you like to travel and you're from the UAE, this is a great story. You get into a lot of countries. How many countries do Canadians get into, and how does it compare with other countries? My new favorite song is the Dr. Pepper song on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen this. This is like Justin Bieber all over again. Remember when he was discovered by Usher on YouTube? And just like from, a couple of songs he had posted. This singer posted literally a 5-second TikTok, and it's gone viral. Dr. Pepper has picked up on it. The internet has picked up on it. You're going to be singing the Dr. Pepper song. And we've got the latest on the Neiman Marcus bankruptcy and Toys R Us at Polo Park in Winnipeg closing their doors. When I grow up, I want to be a Toys R Us kid. It's kind of sad. But a sign of the times. Now, to the roads. Actually, again, similar to yesterday, Manitoba 511 is reporting that roads are generally in good shape this morning. Now, yesterday, we had wet roads that turned slippery very quickly where that bus rollover had happened north of Swan River. It was +9. They'd had rain showers. Things had cooled down. We're getting reports from RCMP that apparently the bus was trying to pass another bus at the time when it lost control. Again, we'll have more details and an update on the status coming up later on in the hour on the bus crash. But our thoughts are with everybody in that community, and we are very grateful that there was no fatalities in that, because that bus is all crushed up. It was not a good scene. Anyway, our highways here in southwestern Manitoba generally are pretty good, and don't take my word for it. I'll pull up Manitoba 511 here for you, and you can see for yourself how things look here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. I'm going to be singing that all day now. A lot out of order. Yeah, sorry about that. That's the provincial government. Oh, we do have an update. The partial cover of ice between Chater and Alexander. That's new from when I checked it this morning. When I came in, it was all in the black. Now, where did the bus incident happen yesterday? Between Mafeking and Swan River. So in here, this area here. And it is once again slippery with partial ice cover on Highway 10. But we're seeing some visibility issues in Roblin, Russell, Grandview. So I'm not sure what that means exactly. Possibly fog, potentially. We have seen the bottom drop out temperature-wise. This is insanity. We woke up to like +4. Like I said, up in that area, +9. It was spring yesterday. Oh my, we got spoiled. And it didn't take long for us to kind of get used to that weather, did it? No. That was a head fake. Fake spring. We will be lucky to hit -8 for a high today and do expect some flurries. Now, my friends south of the border in North Dakota have all kinds of wind warnings and wind advisories from the U.S. Weather Service, and I'm like, we don't have anything yet, and this is like for like Botno, Minot, and I'm thinking, well, if it's windy there, it's probably going to be windy here. They're saying 60-mile-an-hour winds expected tomorrow through Friday, like a 3-day wind event. Now, our forecast is saying that it is going to be breezy, but no watches or warnings right now. So, I don't know, maybe we'll be late to the party, but it's just something to keep in mind if whatever you do is affected by the wind. It is -20. It felt like -27 earlier this morning. The wind chill's around -24 now. But Environment Canada is saying that we could get 2 to 4 centimeters of snow with this snow event happening Thursday and Friday. Wind gusts to 60 kilometers an hour as opposed to 60 miles an hour to the south, which would be 100K. That is never good. Anyway, we'll continue to watch that, and we're changing back. We're flipping back over to your regularly scheduled January. Your regularly scheduled January is about to begin. Look at those overnight lows. -25. Whoa, where was that Winnipeg winter snake? Get that thing plugged in. Okay, let's welcome everybody aboard. Good to see you. Hey, thank you so much on all platforms to start the show, and then we move over to Twitch on hour 2. As always, regardless of where you come in, you can watch the show on the website at tylerglenshow.com, and we appreciate you spending 2 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hours with us. If you sign up for Twitch, you get to comment for the entire duration of the show, which is what a lot of our Sun Seekers do, and we like to give you a shout-out, say good morning, say hello, and wish you a great day. And we like to start the day with some positivity. We always like to start the day with yesterday's good thing that's coming in the next little bit. And it could be big, could be small, could be, something happened to you at work, something happened to you at the mall. You had somebody hold a door open for you. Somebody bought you a coffee, paid for your order at the drive-thru. It doesn't matter. We like to do yesterday's good thing. That's coming up in the next little bit. We start the show with Road Reverend Pebbles and Polar Bear. Well, look at that. They're keeners. They're in early before the show even gets all fired up. They like to take those first couple of seats. Like at the movie theater there. The first one's in this morning. Good morning to you three. Good morning, Jason, over on TikTok, and Janine on Facebook. Happy Hump Day. Patricia is here on Twitch, and we've got Angela on TikTok. Good morning, Angela. Cindy is here on Twitch. Tracy, Roger, too, and Richard's over on Facebook. Hello, Richard. Peter's over on TikTok. Good morning. Good morning to you. Get your blanket ready to roll, because it's really freaking cold compared to what we had yesterday. Derek is here. Happy Hump Day, Derek. Zumba Bernice is here, too. Quentin is here. Everybody on Twitch. Twitch heavy this morning. Twitch heavy. Brenda's over on TikTok. Good morning. Lots on TikTok this morning. Or, pardon me, Twitch. KDD 4380 is here, too. And Jody Kaslick's over on Facebook. Nick is here to wish everybody a happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Angela's here on Facebook. Good morning, Angela. Good to see you. Darren's over on TikTok. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. A lot of out of order today. Yeah, I know, those roads. Sorry about that. Hopefully we'll get a few more of these things working. You know what? Sometimes they just don't like to work first thing in the morning, and then later on they'll flip over. And hang on a second. As a matter of fact, speak of the devil, I think number 10 just kicked in. Hang on. Let me check. See, and number 10 is a solar-powered camera. So you can see a little dot. There's a little dot. There's a little dot on the camera. Okay. Welcome one, welcome all. It's crunchy out there, says Quentin. Yeah, all that water froze. Alex on TikTok, good morning. All the water froze. Molly on Twitch, good morning. MJ is here on Twitch. Hi, MJ. Mandy's back on TikTok. Hello, along with Aaron. Hi, Aaron. And Connie. Hi, Connie on TikTok. Good morning. Old Chickie's here on Twitch. Hey, old Chickie. Brandy Thomas. Always like to see you, Brandy, over on Facebook. Good morning, you amazing and beautiful people. Isn't she lovely? Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day to you, too. Nancy on TikTok, happy Hump Day to you. Trev is here, too. He says, good morning, Jay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mama JS, good morning. Jennifer Lee Gumpshand. We will call you JLGS. That's a long name. Or JL for short. Hey, that's Jennifer Lopez. We can call you Jenny from the Shand. Jenny from the Block. Good morning, Jenny from the Block. Hi, Colin on TikTok. And, wow, what a difference a day makes. Yeah, it's oof. And how about those Jets? I think that as we morph into yesterday's good thing, what the heck happened? You know, as soon as Tyler took notice and I started asking the hard questions on social media, what the hell is going wrong with the Winnipeg Jets? It's like the Winnipeg Jets paid attention, and they were like, okay, listen, we can't have that goofy guy in the beach bunker questioning our hockey team. We must start winning. We must begin to win. And they have done it. They're up to 3 in a row now. The Winnipeg Jets are, so they deserve the bell, the winner's bell. Yeah, winner's bell. We'll continue to say good morning. Hi, Sid, over on TikTok. We're going to continue to say good morning as folks arrive to the show. Again, coming up a little bit later on in the show, fast food wars. The shots have been fired. Your wallet and your purse are going to get some relief. And it all started with the Arches yesterday firing a nuclear bomb into the fast food business. Now, we knew this was coming. The CEO of McDonald's on an investor's call in the fall said our number one priority is to make sure that we can get at least some of our foods under $5. Well, did you see what they did? And now others are responding. It's a war. A war over food. Okay, yesterday's GT has turned into here's what I ate for supper last night. Here's what do we like our food? We are the show about food, fun, play. Everybody ate. Well, this is good. I am glad everybody ate and everybody had a nice supper. So let's do the rounds, boys and girls, and see what everybody had for supper last night. Hey, if that's your good thing, that's your good thing. If your entire day was complete crap, except for at the end of the day, you sat down with your family around the table and had some nourishment and some food, and that was the absolute highlight of everything that happened to you yesterday, God bless you. God bless you. And Pebbles is in with, here's what I made. Turkey rice casserole. Well, it's so yummy. Well, it is sideways. I think it's going to slide right out of that pan. It is, it's, I'm reaching for the salt already. Whenever I have anything creamy like that, it's got to be all salted up. It's got to be all salted up. Nick says, oh yeah? Not to be outdone. It's not just fast food wars. We got supper wars going on here. And then there's Richard. Richard comes in. Richard says that he is looking for, Richard, are you on the hunt for a woman? Listen, look at this, my name is Richard. I'd like to cook for a pretty lady. Look what I can cook. I can cook up this beautiful candlelit corn and peas dinner with some broccolis. That's pretty healthy, Richard. It's pretty healthy, pal. Good job. Good job. What did you eat last night? That is our good thing. Yesterday's good thing. Hey, over at Epla Office, if you're looking for some legal help, buying or selling real estate, if you've got a will or an estate that you're dealing with, or maybe you need one yourself, or maybe you have a will, or you made one years ago. What lawyers? I forget. I don't even know where it is. Listen, at the end of the day, Epla Office is going to be able to help you with wills and estates, buying or selling a home, or if you're a business that continues to grow and you're looking at incorporating, or any need for business law whatsoever, you're going to want to see our friends over at Epla Office. They can't wait to see you. 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC. At Tim Hortons, the $3 breakfast deal continues. The best deal on breakfast is at Tim Hortons, with 10 area locations to serve you. You know it, you love it. Bacon and eggs, hash browns in that beautiful, delicious, warm wrap like a blanket surrounding that food as you enjoy your double, your black coffee, your Big Timmy's coffee. The $3 classic breakfast sandwich or wrap is just $3 with any coffee order for a limited time at Tim Hortons in Brandon, Dauphin, Neepawa, Verdun, and Moosomin. And Elkhorn Resort, did you get your tickets yet for Dueling Pianos? This is going to be the event, the social event of January. And January is pretty light on the social calendar, I get that. But this is funny, this is music, this is fun. Everyone in the room will be singing along and laughing. 2 maestros, 2 grand pianos, 0 mercy, and an unforgettable night of laugh-out-loud comedy, jaw-dropping musicianship, and sing-along favorites that turn the whole room into a roaring choir. Doors open at 5:30, cash bar available, dinner's at 6, and the show starts at 7. Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa, great place to visit. Great place to unwind. Check out entertainment 12 months a year, 365, elkhornresort.mb.ca. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. And Polar Bear was in charge of dessert last night, and look at him. He's got some orange Jell-O that he made. Orange Jell-O. Or he was making Jell-O shots. Was there any alcohol in this? This is how Jell-O shots are made, right here. It's okay. It's all right. Your secret's safe with us, Polar Bear. It was a Tuesday. Or maybe you were mixing your Jell-O shots for today to get you over the hump. Hey, we're not going to judge. Oh, butter chicken, butter chicken. Nick did not have pictures of his supper last night. Any other good things? You know what? Literally hundreds of people on the stream right now, no one had anything good happen in their life yesterday. But we all ate. And you know what? Like I said, that's a good thing. But somebody had to have some. For all the people on the stream, just jump in. It's open season. It's open season. Something good. Good morning, Carol, on TikTok. And June and Joe and Robert and Dan coming in this morning. They kind of help us out. Type in GT, yesterday's good thing. And KDD 4380 says, got the ice off the sidewalks and got a pedicure yesterday. There we go. There we go. Trev, his supper was KFC. So, Molly's good thing is she got the earplugs for some shows that she'll be going to. There's probably a story behind that. I'm not sure why you'd spend good money to go to a show and then put earplugs in, but thank God it's not for this show. I'd be a little sad if you said, well, okay, I'm ready for another episode of the Tyler Glen Show. I've got my earplugs. I'd be, what did I say, Molly? What did I do? Hi, Noel, on TikTok. What did I do? Oh, MJ wants Jell-O shots now. Pebble says, no, Tyler, LOL. Kids claim the Jell-O. Oh, sure. That's okay. Your secret's safe with us. Sure. We'll wink. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Say no more. Yeah, the kids took the Jell-O. Glug, 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 glug. MJ got a massage yesterday. Look at this. Pedicures, massage. Yeah. Woo. Old Chickie said they had company for supper last night. It's all about supper on Tuesdays. Midweek, that's what we got going on. We invited one of my husband's old acquaintances over for supper last night. Probably some good laughs, some catching up conversation. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. For supper last night, it was Tuesday, so it's very predictable in our household. Taco Tuesday is the law. It is the law. It has always been the law through COVID. Taco Tuesday, it has to happen. If it doesn't happen, we have very many sad faces in our household. And I love it because it's easy, it's predictable, it's delicious, everybody loves it. So Taco Tuesday is just not an eventful, it's not an eventful supper for us. However, I also heard from somebody that I did not hear from in a long time, actually before COVID, from the Grand Cayman Islands, a client in my recording studio. I believe he's a dentist and has me voice some stuff for his dental office in the Cayman Islands. We used to work with him regularly and thought maybe he had gone out of business after COVID, and I heard from him yesterday, so that was kind of fun. That was nice. Hello, Bernard on TikTok. Good morning. Cindy says, GT got all the panels up myself to tag calves this weekend. They're quite heavy to do. It was quite the workout. Those calves are walking little houses right now. Those calves are worth so much money. Never in the history of food have cattle been worth so much money. They're like walking gold bricks. So we know who the rich people are in chat now. We know. Nick says, I bought a scoop from a pet store to use for ice melter. Works better than I expected. $10 well spent. What did you do? What, you bought some stuff, some kitty litter? Is that what it is that you... Trip says you have to speak up. Molly can't hear you. Molly! Molly! Can you hear me through the earplugs, Molly? But they are earplugs to block out frequencies that can damage your hearing. That is cool. Oh, how dare we make fun? How dare we crack jokes when it's there's a frequency. That's very cool. You might have to send me the link to those. I wouldn't mind blocking out the occasional frequency if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Getting a little loud over there. Getting a little loud. Hey, Blessed Mama. Hey, Mason on TikTok. Blessed Mama on Twitch. Jen says, J-Lo says, yesterday I made pork roast, mashed potatoes and veggies and pumpkin pie. It's damn Thanksgiving. We had a Tuesday Thanksgiving. It was insane. Everybody had good eats last night. Everyone's cooking. And this is what the fast food restaurants are aware of. And that is why there is a war going on. War has been declared. If you missed it yesterday, war has been declared and McDonald's has started the fight. They came in nuclear yesterday, shook up the internet, shook up the whole industry, and we'll explain what's going on in the next segment of the show. It's massive. And in the end, your wallet will be pleased because now all these fast food chains are going to start fighting it out. And that means some lower prices. So you'll be excited. Trev says, but I can't hear you. I got my earplugs in. Trev! I'm telling Tracy. Hey, shh. She doesn't catch the show. She is busy beautifying. It's funny because people ask her at work about stuff I'd said on the show. And so I got to be careful. I got to behave myself. Behave. There are people lurking. Lots and lots of people lurking. And thank you, Sunseekers, for just getting us over the hump and into a Wednesday with some good stuff. Sometimes it can be a little tough, especially midweek. We're always raring to go on a Monday. Monday was insane. And Fridays are usually good. You can tell. And then getting over that hump is like, can I even do it? Is there anything good happening? Oh, yeah. Lots of good happening. Lots of good stuff happening. Absolutely. It's going to be a great day. Now, yesterday was a little bit scary with the bus rollover. We've got an update coming up on that, as well as some very dramatic pictures from yesterday's event. Thankfully, there was no fatalities, but 4 serious injuries. There were 4 students that had to be flown into Winnipeg with Stars Air Ambulance, and we've got the latest coming up in the next little bit. First, we've got a new beach cam. This is a new beach I don't think we've ever been to before, which is awesome for a hump day. This is Peru. I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm not sure I could find Peru on the map. Peru, where are you? Where are you, Peru? What is the name of this beach? This is called Parcas Bay in Peru. Well, they must be in a similar time zone because the sun is up. And it is Hump Day, Sunseekers. Happy Hump Day. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Happy Hump Day to you. And we'll go to Peru. Oh, very nice. Let's get wild on the wind. Baby, we're halfway there. Sun shining in the air. Gonna dance without a care. Beach life everywhere. Let's go to the beach. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend. We don't care. Sunseekers feel the heat. she froze up. That's a nice little beach. We got our beach chairs all lined up and ready to go there in Peru. It's Peru. That's a long ways away. Wow. Back to southern Manitoba, where we are checking things out on the highways. And we do have pretty much normal seasonal driving conditions for the vast majority of roads in southwestern Manitoba. Although number 10 through the park is reporting some partial ice cover, as well as the Trans-Canada Highway. If you're traveling between Carberry and let's say Oak Lake, you may see some slippery sections. Here's the latest from Manitoba 511. And there's the park. There's where there are reports of some slippery conditions and some potential reduced visibility north of Russell, up in the Roblin Grandview area and Santa Clara. The Mafeking area is where the bus rollover happened yesterday, just south of Mafeking, right in here. There's Mafeking and Highway 10. And there's the thriving metropolis of Swan River, Manitoba. Good morning, Swan River. We've got minus 19. We've warmed up just a little bit with our wind chill. Feels like minus 23. We'll see some flurries possibly today and minus 8. Snow coming in tomorrow, and there's going to be a lot of wind with this. Again, south of the border, they've already issued a bunch of high wind warnings. For us, nothing yet, but the Environment Canada is saying expect like 50, 60K winds to roll in tomorrow, and so wind is going to be a factor likely right through Friday. Thursday and Friday, expect high winds. So we will continue watching that closely. Also, the latest involving the bus rollover yesterday. Some scary moments on the way to school for some Manitoba students. Thankfully, everyone is okay, although some of the injuries were serious. Here is some of the pictures from yesterday. Wow. When I heard about this, I thought, okay, maybe a bus had slid off the road. No, it was much worse than that.
The Health Sciences Center here in Winnipeg. Now, they were all in stable condition, but required further care. In total, 14 students aged 16 to 18 and the bus driver were hospitalized following the crash.
I've been with the family members, and it's a state of shock. Right, because you think your child's going to school only to find out, has been involved in an accident. So it sort of hits your heart in a bad way, in a sour way. Like, is my child safe? How bad hurt is my child?
The school bus was traveling from Sapatea Cree Nation to two schools in Swan River when it slid off Highway 10. Mounties believe the bus driver was trying to pass another bus and lost control. The bus went off the highway, rolled, and came to a stop when it was right side up. RCMP say road conditions were believed to be slippery at the time of the incident. All 15 occupants were taken to Swan Valley Health Center for assessment and treatment.
7 are still being assessed with, they might go, right? It all depends on the extent of their injuries. Like I said, some are spinal and some broken bones. And some are head injuries. So we don't know with head injuries on what the effects are going to be after.
Shared Health initiated a code orange alert at Health Sciences Center as a precaution for a potential influx of patients. However, the alert was later lifted. Swan Valley Health Center in Swan River was still in code orange at last update.
That is every parent's worst nightmare right there. Every parent's worst nightmare is you send your kids off to school and you hope that they're going to get there okay. And you get into such a routine, you don't even really think about it. It just becomes like one of those things. You're just in the routine and off they go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. Love you. Bye. On the bus. See ya. Oh, you forgot your lunch. Or, hey, make sure that you put a pot of spaghetti on before I get home. Blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you get a call. The bus has left the road and it's rolled over. It's terrifying. And, of course, the Sunseekers are reacting. BM says, hope that the weather and roads are okay for tomorrow. You're going into Winnipeg, and my son coming home from the Melita area. Now, at the time of the accident, it was +9. It had rained. And the thing is that the bus apparently was trying to pass another bus. So obviously speed was an issue. This is according to RCMP, and apparently the bus lost control as it was passing the other bus. So I don't know what, obviously there'll be reconstructionists that'll be on the scene that will take a look at how fast the bus was going. I mean, even in normal driving conditions, if you're going too fast and you lose control, you're going to come off the road. And these buses, I mean, they once they get moving, I'll tell you, and they slide off and they start rolling, there's no stopping them. Yeah. The school division says that there are counselors and knowledge keepers being deployed in Swan Valley to provide emotional support for students and families, and they will continue to support students and families during the recovery of this traumatic event. And RCMP forensic reconstructionists this morning are on scene, and they continue to investigate. Not quite sure you could see in that video from John where it happened yesterday, just to give you some context. Now, the beach bunker is right at the bottom of this highway system. You see Riding Mountain National Park there? Looks like a gun facing Saskatchewan. You ever notice that? Looks like there's a little gun face. You go down that road all the way down in the little intersection, the little cross intersection. That's where we are, the beach bunker. And so it was fairly far north of Swan River. Cindy says, I wonder if there were seatbelts on the bus that would have helped those not getting injured. That is something that the premier was being asked yesterday. He said that he wants to wait until the investigation is done before he would comment on seatbelts. But I think that school buses are really the last bastion of vehicles that don't have seatbelts in them. I can't help but think that it probably would have. Now, it's speculation, but BM was also thinking about thinking the same thing. Buses scare me in that way, with having no seatbelts. So glad no one was seriously hurt. Bernice said it's scary and terrifying. And, as soon as I hear bus crash, I literally get emotional. I think because of what happened in Carberry. You just go, oh my God, a bus crash, oh my God. And then it's like it's a school bus. Oh my God. Thank our lucky stars that it wasn't worse than it was. Good morning, Kim McCulchuk. She wanted to share that she had some stuffed peppers and salad. Well, how awesome is that? Very nice. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, +9 that far north. Wild weather. This January has been insane. I saw a post from yesterday in Saskatchewan, and I can't remember the town. +12 in January? I'm so glad that they changed it to climate change because, global warming is one thing, but these swings, no one can really dispute these weather swings. +12? +12? To -30 now? My neck. Oh, my neck. And Humboldt. Yeah, no kidding. Terrible. Janine says, big fire in Winnipeg this morning. I did see that. The Manwin Hotel has been destroyed. They have really had a big problem with fires in Winnipeg. It has been quite the time. A lot of damage, and some of them affecting restaurants. Some restaurants had been destroyed. What a time. What a time. Yeah, the fire this morning was started at 4 a.m. at the intersection of Main Street and Logan Avenue. Main Street in Winnipeg is closed in the area as firefighters are battling the blaze, which is producing smoke right across the city. You can see it basically from everywhere. I mean, it is downtown. And Janine is telling us that the Manwin Hotel has been destroyed. Good Lord. Hooray! Starting off with real pick-me-up, hey? Real pick-me-up. Sorry, but the sun dictates the temp, says Derek. Patricia Ann says, a bus driver told me once that seat belts are a liability. because you can't guarantee that all students buckle up. Interesting point. Very interesting. Also, buses have to put 3 kids to a seat, so then there wouldn't be enough belts. Well, I would think that they would likely design it so that there would be 3 seat belts on each one. I don't know. Anyway, I am just glad that there were no fatalities, and I'm hoping, praying that the injuries are quickly healing and that things are on the upswing for those that are in hospital. But again, they're going to be dealing with a lot of counseling, I think, after an event like this. So our thoughts continue to be with the community up there in that part of the province. Okay, shifting gears now. It's Dress Up Your Pet Day today. Dress up your pet. I want to introduce you to Max. This is Michelle's Max in costume. Why do we do this, Tosh? Look at, there's Bella looking good. Oh my gosh. Dress Your Pet Day. There's Bella. And Bella's been in a few costumes by the looks of things. Cindy has my daughter's dog, Toby. Look at him. Alana says, have I ever put my pets in a costume? Is the sky blue? Look at the look on their faces. Like, are you kidding me right now? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to be in a costume. I look stupid. I thought you loved me. I thought we shared treats. Oh, Nicole's little puppy and little hat there. And Norma Jean's puppy. Oh, I love puppies. Who doesn't love puppies? Everybody loves puppies. It is National Dress Your Dog Day today. So if you've got some pictures to share, we'd love to see them. You can just pop on my Facebook to quickly add a puppy picture. And is it puppy or is it animal? Dress your pet. So if you dress your goldfish, if you dress your iguana, I wanna get an iguana. Do you dress your iguana a little party hat? Quentin says, I wonder if wolves look at their great grandkids and just shake their heads. Oh, and looking at the pet pictures? Yeah, what have we done to these animals? Oh, MJ had to send me one directly because there's some, that's a pissed off look too. That's a pissed off look with her kitty in Christmas gear. Shadow, there's Shadow. Not impressed. Falalala, take this thing off. Falalala. I am not happy. I'm going to poop where I'm not supposed to. Mommy, I'm good. I'm going to poop where I'm not supposed to just to pay you back. Okay, I got to get into this because this is a huge story. We're talking war. Fast food war has developed, and we are going to get into it. But first, I got to let you know that at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, Westman's #1 EV dealership, they're celebrating 100 years in business. 100 years. And as such, they're going to give you 90 days to pay. The first 90 days, you don't got to worry about any kind of payments. You want to get yourself an EV, maybe a gas vehicle, go see my friends at Murray's. Murray GM and Brandon will take care of you, and the EV lineup has never been stronger. 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Happy 100th birthday to Murray's. Kuiper's Family Bakery, man, they've got the treats that you know and love that have been baked for generations at Kuiper's Family Bakery. Curtis and his crew work diligently day in, day out, serving the best breads right across southwestern Manitoba. Some of your favorite restaurants are using Kuiper's Family Bakery bread. You may not even know it. But if you like the sandwich you had, if you like the burger that you had, chances are it was Kuiper's. Behind the scenes, putting together those beautiful breads, and you can have them for your home. Now, you can get Kuiper's at fine retailers across western Manitoba. I invite you to visit their store on 1st Street, 1411 1st Street, just north of the 1st and Richmond corner next to Tasty's. Go see Curtis and Missy and the crew. They would love to see you. And you can also go see Randy and Michelle over at Headley's Health Hut on Richmond Avenue. If you're looking for cold and flu Cold and flu remedies, man, they are your headquarters. Every cold and flu season, there should be a lineup out the door at Headley's Health Hut because nobody likes cold and flu, and they have got the stuff to take care of it. Shorten the cold and flu if it sneaks past the goalie. They've also got incredible products to help you stay on course for New Year's resolutions, whether that be keto or low sugar, or, you got to like the protein drinks. They have all kinds of drinkable protein, eatable protein, all protein foods, gluten-free foods. You'll find them at 1314 Richmond Avenue, just east of Murray GM, actually. Whoa, Derek, dress your pet day. Okay, we'll do a couple more, and then I got to get to these fast food wars because this is pretty exciting. Not that your pets aren't, but, that is some pretty fantastic. That's not really dress, though. That's tattoos. That's dog tats. Dog tats. I guess maybe it's dress up. Wow. Some fancy colors. Fancy colors there. All right. Okay, so war has been declared in fast food. If you're a fan of fast food, this is music to your ears. This has been a long time coming. Since the pandemic, we have seen food costs absolutely skyrocket. And fast food places, we're not immune. And Gen Z has been hit especially hard by this because you were young once. We were all young once. There's nothing like hitting the drive-thru and picking up a burger or some Taco Bell. But it's been damn near impossible.
Fast food is getting too expensive.
It's really the price that has stopped me.
You're spending $15 at least if you want to get a proper full meal, and that's just not sustainable.
That spells trouble for big chains like Chipotle, which is having a harder time getting Gen Z through the door. The brand hasn't sold as much as it was expecting to this year.
What we've noticed is a category slowdown for the 25 to 34-year-olds that are under the most financial pressure.
And Chipotle isn't the only chain noticing a pullback. McDonald's recently said it isn't expecting as many sales from low-income diners next year. So how did fast food go from budget-friendly to overly expensive?
We are seeing higher labor costs, higher food costs, and therefore the average eater check when you go out is higher than it has been in years past.
The price of ground beef, for example, has skyrocketed.
Look at
1
this.
kilogram now costs more than $14. 5 years ago, that number was closer to $9. So a lot of these chains are trying to win back cost-conscious consumers with promotions. Burger King says it's seeing more traffic from meal deals like this one.
Burger King has a deal for all.
And a recent survey shows that Gen Z says promotions are a major consideration when they're choosing a restaurant.
We know that younger people, they're looking for value meals. So this is one strategy that a lot of restaurants are using to remain competitive.
Now, the thing is that's how we got here, is that post-COVID food prices skyrocketed, and it hurt all of us. But trying to make money in the restaurant business is incredibly difficult. There was a report released last week that said last year alone, we lost in Canada 7,000 restaurants. This year, we are on track to lose 4,000 restaurants due to inflation. It is just incredible. McDonald's, in an investor call last fall, as we had on this show, said priority one is to get a value meal under $5, and yesterday they did it. McDonald's has a $5 value meal that they introduced, and it's like dropping a bomb into fast food. There is all kinds of reaction coming in from all four corners of the food industry over this. Because up until that point, and I don't need to tell you, you hit the fast food drive-thru, it was not exactly cheap. You could go for a burger and some fries, and like that guy was saying, you're looking at $15. Now it moves to $5. How? Well, the American food chain, McDonald's, says they are not to be messed with. the time has come to go nuclear. If there are going to be a lot of restaurants closing in the coming months, they want to be at the top of the heap. And so this is war. McDonald's Canada has pulled the pin on a full-blown price war. Not only are they going to do that $5 deal on meals, they have said that they are going to freeze the price, which means that it will be that way for the entire year without movement. Reaction from competitors yesterday afternoon was immediate. Burger King and Wendy's are already leaning harder into value bundles and will be launching them soon if they haven't already. There is no larger price setter in Canadian food than McDonald's. And the war is on. We thought the United States was going to invade us from the south with Donald. McDonald's has jumped the gun. McDonald's has declared war. Now, according to the food professor, who, by the way, will be in Brandon next week for Ag Days, what a find that was for Ag Days. Just amazing. He is going to be in town for Ag Days next week, and I'm sure he'll have a lot more to say on this. He says that the last time Canada was in a fast food full-blown war was 2013, when McDonald's expanded dollar menu pricing and value breakfasts. And rivals followed suit, and guess what? We've said it before. Competition brings out low prices. We don't have low airfares in Canada because we have 2 airlines. When competition gets roaring, when there's think no further than a gas war. When you hear the word gas war, you kind of go, oh, gas war. Oh, I don't think we really have those anymore. The context matters because the price war is fundamentally different. This one is different. The last one was fought during a period of relatively stable input costs. Today's battle is unfolding in an inflationary environment. And weaker demand and fewer restaurant visits mean widespread financial stress across the food service business. To consumers, the price freeze looks like a win. After months of menu prices creeping well beyond what fast food was ever meant to be, McDonald's is trying to restore a sense of predictability at the counter. Now, this is where the supply chain issues come in. So now that they have thrown the gauntlet down on the $5 value meal, they buy a lot of groceries, okay? McDonald's as a corporation represents $350 million in Canadian beef purchases alone, $250 million in potatoes, $100 million in dairy, $90 million in produce, and $50 million in eggs, $35 million in wheat. Taken together, in Canada alone, it's $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in farm products that they buy, injecting about $1.8 billion into the Canadian food economy. What does this mean? Well, this means that McDonald's is going to, obviously, to make money, they are going to be forcing suppliers to like what Walmart does. If you've ever seen documentaries on Walmart, they get suppliers in a room and they trump them. They grind them down to nothing. I was paying $5 a dozen for eggs last week. I ain't buying them anymore unless you can give them to me for $1. So this is big news. This is going to be good for those that have been finding it tough at the drive-thru. Here's another food expert talking about how long this could last and how others will react to what's happening here?
Yeah, not a big surprise. A number of the large fast food places have launched value meals, have lowered prices. They realize that the consumer is up against some serious headwinds right now from a financial perspective. And when you really look at, over the last several years, particularly since the pandemic, the cost of fast food has went up a lot. It's a bit of a shock there when you go through the drive-through.
This
or when
is
you
Bruce
go in the
Winder,
store.
retail analyst.
And, a meal might cost you north of $10, even $15. So I think it's a good move by these companies.
Well, with prices constantly rising, can McDonald's hold these prices for an entire year?
Well, they'll work with their suppliers to try to negotiate a year-long, agreement. And what they'll also do is try to take cost out of their business and hope that some of the volume will help bring in sales and other items where the price is not held. I mean, this is really something like a KVI or key value item that they're creating. So it creates a halo effect for all of McDonald's products based on the fact that the coffee is $1.
Well, it's got us talking. Do you see competing fast food chains feeling pressure to match or have similar price freezes?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if the others have either already done it or will do it soon, because the consumer is very cost conscious right now. And they're looking around for that, and if they're thinking, okay, where do we go out as a family on Friday night to go out and get some fast food? If they perceive that another restaurant doesn't have the same type of price value, they're going to skip that restaurant and go to McDonald's or go to somewhere that is offering that value.
All right, so there you go. The war is on, and the consumer is benefiting. Now, if we could just get the airlines to get into a war over airfares, wouldn't that be fantastic? And again, there will be more to come on this, especially from the food professor who will be at Ag Days in Brandon next week. This guy, Sylvain Charlebois is his name. He is Mr. Food. He knows so much about agriculture. He knows about the food industry, the restaurant industry. And I think he was probably booked last summer. And then all this food becomes the number one story of the year in 2025, food inflation. And they had him booked for Ag Days. So if you are connected to the food business, if you have interest in food, I would highly recommend checking out Ag Days, especially Sylvain Charlebois, who is the Dalhousie University Ag and Food Science professor. He's going to be in Brandon. It's kind of Michael Jackson when he was with the Jackson 5. Then Thriller comes out and he's got a concert in your town. What a terrible analogy. Have a great day, MJ. She's doing lunch duty today. She's the lunch lady. Cheese and crackers for everybody. And finally, before we have to say goodbye to our friends on Facebook, Kiefer Sutherland was arrested. What the hell? Apparently he got a little aggressive with his Uber driver. Is that what happened here? What is going on?
Tonight, NBC4 Investigates was the first to report that actor Kiefer Sutherland was arrested in Hollywood after an incident with a rideshare driver. NBC4's Tracy Leong joins us live from Hollywood with more on this. Tracy?
Yeah, Colleen, we're standing near the intersection of Sunset and Fairfax where that alleged assault happened around midnight on Monday. LAPD telling NBC4 Investigates exclusively that actor Kiefer Sutherland was arrested after an altercation with a rideshare driver in the Hollywood area. LAPD says the 59-year-old actor was arrested after officers responded to a radio call about an assault involving a rideshare driver near Sunset Boulevard and Fairfax Avenue. Police say Sutherland is accused of assaulting the driver after entering the vehicle. The actor was arrested on suspicion of felony criminal threats. No injuries requiring medical treatment were reported. Jail records indicated Sutherland was released from custody on $50,000 bond. Initial court date was set for February 2nd. NBC4 has reached out to Sutherland's representatives. We have not yet heard back. Reporting live in Hollywood, Tracy Leong, NBC4 News.
Now, the neat thing about Kiefer Sutherland is that he's got a Brandon connection. His dad is Donald Sutherland, and his grandfather is Tommy Douglas. Tommy Douglas attended Brandon University and is considered the father of Medicare in Canada. Tommy Douglas was a politician, a political mastermind, and I don't know if he's a professor at BU or not. But so a guy from Brandon's grandson, Tommy's grandson got arrested for roughing up his Uber driver. Anyway, local connection to Kiefer Sutherland. Tommy Douglas, alumni of Brandon University. Don't think that part will be going out in the newsletter. Anyway, we have to say farewell. We are moving over to Twitch, and we have got more to come, including the most powerful passports of 2026. The latest on Neiman Marcus and Toys R Us closing. Neiman Marcus, that was too rich for my blood. They also own Saks Fifth Avenue and the Dr. Pepper song everybody's talking about. You will have this stuck in your head the rest of the day, the Dr. Pepper song. That is all coming up in hour 2 of the show. Thanks for being here for hour 1. I do appreciate it. We have to say goodbye to our other friends on other platforms. Thank you so much. The party is moving over to Twitch. You can also lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com, okay? Thank you. We're moving on over to Twitch after our beach break. Thank you. Bye X, bye YouTube, bye TikTok, bye. Facebook is last.